Hello again, and thanks for joining me as we continue to look at the principles of Easy Worship. In the last few videos, we've looked over the main interface of Easy Worship, how to create and edit a song, how to create and edit a theme, and how to create and edit a presentation, both by importing from PowerPoint and how to actually create and edit our own presentation within Easy Worship. Now, if you guys haven't watched those videos, this video is a culmination of all that stuff, so I highly recommend that you watch those videos first. Now, there's a link to the description in the playlist down below, and I highly recommend that you go watch that. So today's video is a culmination of everything that we've looked at. It's how to set up a schedule. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So here we are back at the main interface of Easy Worship. And like I said in the intro, this is going to be a culmination of every video that we've looked at so far, and that's putting a schedule together. Now, in my church, our pastor sends out an order of service every week, and that's how I typically build the schedule, is I'll build it off the order of service, so it's really easy to follow. And I recommend if your church does this, that's how you do it as well. So, I'm going to go ahead and bring up our order of service, just so we can get a look at what needs to be done. And you can see that we follow a pretty standard template. We have our welcome time, our praise and worship, followed by prayer, followed by our announcements and offering, and then our first of two hymns, and then we've got the pastor's message, and then we've got the second hymn, and then we've got the closing benediction and prayer. So let's work on building that. Now, for this video, we're going to focus on our auditorium in-house presentation, and in our next and final video, we're going to look at how we build our live stream, because Easy Worship is very easy to use for a live stream as well, but that's for our next video. So, to begin, I'm going to go ahead and bring in the two worship songs. So we're going to do a search for Your Name. And you can see the theme that we've already set as our default theme has been applied. And then same thing for Shout to the Lord as I go ahead and do a search and then bring that in. And then we had our first hymn. So I'm going to go ahead and do a search for that. Make sure I pick the right one. And then I'm going to bring in our pastor's notes. Now to do that, I'm going to go click on the presentation and just select the presentation I want to bring in and drag it on in. And I'm going to go back to the song tab and bring in the last hymn as well. And there you go. Now to send this all live, we're going to go ahead and select the first song and then click go live. And one thing you'll see is in the schedule, it's got the next item gray, like with the gray background to it. That means that if you were to hit the go live button again, it's going to automatically transition to that one. So as you're working your way through your song, you'll advance the slides by hitting the down arrow key to go to the next one, or the up arrow key to go to the previous one. As you can see, it's changing in the live output as well. Now, you finish the song, you want to go to the next one. As I said, you'll just click the go live button, and there you go. And again, the gray bar moved down. So you're working your way through, you're going through each element, and then you get to your pastor's notes. Now, as I said in our previous video, I do all our pastor's notes for our in-house auditorium in PowerPoint because I'm much more comfortable working with the PowerPoint than I am with the Easy Worship editor. And all the animations carry through, so I'm going to go ahead and hit the down arrow, and as you can see, I've got all our animations that need to be there, and you're able to work through it pretty seamlessly. And then let's say you get to the end of the sermon and you want to go to your closing hymn, all you got to do is click go live, and it automatically transitions to that as well. And again, just work your way through by hitting the down arrow and hitting the up arrow. And there you have it. Now, once you've built this, you got to save it. And so to do that, you just click File, Save Schedule. Save it wherever you want to save it. I'm going to save this one on my desktop. I'll go ahead and call it a title relevant. So I will go do FBC Peekskill, Auditorium, Order of Service, and then I'll give it the date. So that would be 7/20 or 7/19/20. And then click Save. Now, make sure to check Pack Files in Schedule, because what that's going to do is if there are any outside files, like I know we imported into Easy Worship, but if there's a video file or something like that that you're not importing into Easy Worship, which by the way, I highly recommend you import everything, it is going to include all of these files in there as well. So we're going to go ahead and click Save, and there you have it. You've gone ahead and created your first schedule, and you can open that up on any computer that's running Easy Worship 6, and that's it. So, thanks for joining me as we looked at how we can create and edit a schedule, and I hope you'll join me in our next and final video in this series, The Principles of Easy Worship, as we look ahead at how we can create a live stream.